And
Hello.
yeah, have you been enjoying a holiday?
I have. I have.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
Cool. Right. Okay. What made you join 42 Tutoring in the first place?
Um, the thing that made me join was I saw an advert on Instagram, I think, and it was in January-ish time, so I was like, I kind of had to pick up the work, and in physics, that I just wasn't understanding the questions, or I wasn't understanding how to answer the questions. So I looked and I saw that you did an unlimited one-to-one kind of process if you hand in a paper. And I thought that was a great way to motivate me to hand in papers and to also get actual good feedback based on my paper. So yeah.
Yeah, and you did a load of papers, you didn't you? Real
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
so that was good. So you joined in January and you did your exams because you're in year 13 and you've just finished. You did your exams in May, June, and so you were with me sort of 5 6 months, not quite 6 months.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, so and then I want to know. Well, you've already said really what the best bit of the course was being able to book unlimited one-to-ones.
Definitely. I
Okay.
do I do wish I'd utilized the actual content of the course for like explaining through topics more. But yeah, yeah, definitely
Are
the
you
one-to-ones.
talking about the live Zoom sessions twice a week?
I'm talking about the live Zoom sessions and also like the pre-existing videos explaining
Oh, all
parts
the
of the course.
recordings.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because you could have picked whichever one because we covered everything. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah. And how did the course affect your confidence?
Um, it definitely improved my confidence. Going into year 13, it was okay, but then December, January time, I don't know, it felt like I hadn't really progressed that much, or I wasn't really understanding the content. So definitely doing enough practice questions to allow me to answer more questions to a greater quality. Definitely improve my
Okay,
confidence.
okay. And what about the exam technique stuff? Did you attend the Easter intensive course
I
properly?
did. I did.
Yeah. And did that make a difference?
It definitely, like for certain questions like ratio questions or even short markers, not to spend an insane amount of time on them, and like ninja questioning, like it took a while, but once you get it, it works.
So okay, so Dimitri's referring to my ninja question analysis technique, which is a way of reading the questions so that you understand exactly what it's really asking you and you don't miss stuff. Okay, so that was good. Right, I'm going to ask you what advice you might give to somebody who is in your position, maybe in January or maybe earlier, if they are thinking about maybe doing some sort of tutoring for A-level physics.
Yeah, I mean, everyone always says start earlier, so
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna say that, but also um, I I definitely try to read ahead. I don't think I did that a lot in physics. I did it a lot in my other subjects, but I don't know why I didn't do it in physics. Because when you read ahead and you go through it in class, you do understand it a lot better.
You're already revising.
Exactly. So
Yeah, it's sort
yeah.
of expanding your knowledge. Okay, that's cool. Before we go on and have a little look at your progression, because that's something that Dimitri has agreed that we can do, what are your future plans?
I've so my universities. So I've firmed robotics engineering at Bath,
Hmm.
and my insurance is mechanical engineering at Exeter.
Cool. So robotics or mechanical engineering of some sort, so engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and you're looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we need to stay in touch so I know what happens. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Mhm.
Right. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to look at. It's actually my WhatsApp feed for Dimitri. And what I want to do is to take you through from when Dimitri did his initial assessment test right the way through to just before the exams. And you'll see that when we do the unlimited one-to-ones, every time the student submits paper, there's we go through it in the one-to-one and it gets marked, and the marked paper gets returned to the student, and the easiest way to do it is just to add it as a document on WhatsApp. So so there's a record of how Dimitri did, and he's very kindly agreed for me to share this with you. So you can see here is the very first pathway document, and this is the multiple choice initial assessment test, and Dimitri got 73%, which is an A star. Now what that tells me is that his physics understanding is very good, but that percentage isn't what he'd get in an exam because of the problems with exam techniques. So but it does give us a place to start, and we could focus on the bits of physics that still were a little bit shaky at that point. But then, and you can see that all sorts of things happen, conversations go on. But this was the first paper that he did, and he got 54%, which was a borderline BC. Okay. And then if we scroll through, there's another paper, and I don't know what you scored on that one because it doesn't say. And then there's another paper that was 68%. Can you see already going up to an A grade? So that really quite quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really quite quickly. There is 73, which is a B grade on that paper. That's ridiculous, 73% being a B, but there you go. That one, I didn't write it down, but can you just about make it out? That was 81, A stroke A star, in the blurred out bit. That one was 73, was an A, 1 mark off an A star. So we've now moved up to an A stroke A star. That one, oh, that was a B stroke C. Oh, that was quite interesting. That was a bit of a dip down.
Yeah.
And that one was a B grade. You can see that it goes up and down a little bit as you go through, can't you? And as you go from a paper 1 to a paper 2 to a paper 3, I don't know which paper, that's a paper 2 by the looks of it.
Yeah.
That was 77%, an A grade. That was 4 marks off an A star. The next one was 71, which was an A. The next one was 83, which was an A star.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see how it works on. That one was 69, was an A, but that was a paper 3. And this one, another paper 3, 66. That was 2 marks off an A. And that was it. That was the last paper you did, because that was the last paper's 3s before you sat the paper 3. So you can see that it's not consistent from papers 1, 2, and 3 particularly, and it does go up and down a little bit as you go through. But you could definitely see. I mean, your very first paper was a B stroke C, and you ended up with A stars on your paper 2s. Didn't quite get to that point on the paper 3, but I think that you were getting there. You were getting there. So good luck, my love. I do hope that you do really, really well.
Yeah.
Have you got any last words you'd like to say before we go?
Just that you are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Alison is amazing.
Thank you.
And if you are considering 42 tutoring, I would definitely recommend. Thank you so much. Bye.